Yo, what's good, spooky family? Some people call me Tokyo, some people call me Mars. Welcome back to the channel. Today, not only do I have a new video for y'all, but I have the start of a new series. This series is going to be called The 10 Things I Always Wondered. So basically what it's going to be is I'm going to take whatever movie is in the thumbnail and I'm going to list off 10 things that I've always wondered about that movie. This could be plot holes, this could be theories, this could be just random stuff that has come to my mind over the years, and it's gonna be a good time. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's have ourselves a spooky conversation. Let's get it. Halloween 2 came out in 1981, and it is a direct sequel to the movie Halloween. So let's start there. Number one, why did they decide to reshoot the end of Halloween 1 instead of just using the old clips from Halloween 1? Now, I thought this because in Halloween 2, they messed up the count. We all know
I shot him 6 times.
She says it over and over and over and over again.
What? I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart.
Can't have gotten very far. Come on.
I shot him 6 times.
But if you watch this clip, he shot him 7 times. Number 2. Where are Laurie's parents? There's been a whole movie, Halloween 1, where they went to a party, the same party that Dr. Mixter in Halloween 2 was at, and now Dr. Mixter is back to do his job, but Laurie's parents are gone. They were gone for all of Halloween 1, and they're gone for all of Halloween 2. Their daughter has been attacked and nearly almost killed twice. People are dead, and there's an insane killer running wild on the loose, and it's breaking news everywhere. Where are her parents? These have got to be the most irresponsible parents on the face of the earth. You would think that you would be calling around, driving around, trying to find your daughter. Like, how do you not know she's at the hospital? Especially if somehow they hear, like, it's a small town, so you would think they would have heard she got attacked. You would think they would go to check the hospital, right? Where are they? Did they just not care? Crazy. Number 3, and this is probably the biggest question in the entire franchise of Halloween, at least for me. Who is Ben Tramer supposed to be dressed as? Because we, as the audience, we get it. He's dressed as Michael Myers, but how does he even know what Michael Myers looks like or who Michael Myers is? Keep in mind, Halloween happened, and the only person that seen him in costume was the people that died, Laurie, Dr. Loomis, and the 2 kids. Ben Tramer never seen Michael Myers from what we know. Also, Halloween 2 starts the exact same night as Halloween 1, literally in a continuous sequence, the exact same night. So did Ben Tramer like just go out, like see Michael beforehand and then go out and copy his costume? And those, the jumpsuit and the mask we know from other movies doesn't really go together as like a costume. So how does, like, the odds of him having the exact same outfit is crazy to me. And then on top of that, we get this whole thing where it's like, when you see someone pointing a gun at you and telling you to stop.
Come on, man. Stop. Stop. Shoot. Stop.
Maybe you should take the mask off and be like,
Hey, don't shoot.
why didn't he just do that? Instead, he just walks faster through the street. And then on top of that, Dr. Loomis thinks that Ben Tramer, the guy with the candy bag, like Michael's just trick-or-treating, you really think that that's Michael out of all people? Kind of crazy. That whole scene is just preposterous. And honestly, there's more to that scene that I won't even go into because that's a whole nother video. But let's move on to number 4. All right, number 4 happened quick. It was very subtle, so some of y'all probably missed it. But I've always wondered, why was the teenager that had the boombox listening to the news up to his ear? I mean, up to his ear. Normally we see like, you know, people blasting music and they like the song, so they're bopping around in the 80s, listening to music. This kid's walking around listening to the news. Like, who does that? I really feel like that was a type of weird type of coincidence, weird type of thing that happened in a movie, because it's like, why would a teenager be listening to the news? Like, who does this and listens to the news? Like, you could just hold it or just it was just a very, very weird scene. But I've always wondered, why was that kid listening to the news like that? Number 5. Why did Michael Myers feel the need to break into the school and stab a photo? Not even a photo. He stabbed a drawing. So the knife that he stole earlier from the Elrods, he used that knife, broke into the school, and stabbed a drawing of Laurie. He stabbed a drawing of Laurie, vandalized the school, and left. First off, the timeline for that whole scene is messed up. But regardless of that, why would Michael do that? Number 6. I forgot her name because she's not an important character. But how did this woman not see Michael Myers? She's so close to him that she probably can hear him breathing. Also, he has a bright white mask on, and I know from cosplaying and seeing other people cosplay that bright white mask, it catches your peripheral vision really easily because it shines and stands out. There's no way she didn't see him. Unless she's like almost legally blind or something, partially blind. I don't know how she doesn't see him or at least hear him breathing, because he's just that dang close. Number 7. That same woman. In the scene that Michael kills her, where in the hell does he jump from? And how does she not see him? Because she literally looked in that direction. It literally looks like he jumped off like a trampoline. Like, was he just like crouching on the floor? That was a very, very, very weird scene. I've always wondered, where was he hiding? Number 8. This is another quick one that's very subtle, so you may have missed it. But what does Michael inject the nurse with? Or what does he think he's injecting her with? Because if you look closely, it looks like it's just air in the needle. Like, was he just stabbing her with the needle and just, I don't know, practicing for if something was in there? There was nothing in the syringe. Very weird. I've always wondered, like, did he think so? Did he just pick it up and he thought something was in there because it was dark? Maybe? I don't know. Number 9. And honestly, this is not just me. A lot of people have had this question because it's a very obvious thing. Was Laurie faking a reaction to the medicine? Because how does she go from unresponsive, comatose-like, to like moving again? And then on top of that, like, she wasn't even blinking earlier. The nurses checked her out and then ran to get the doctor, and then next thing you know, she's moving again, and she's in her right mind because she had the idea to put the pillows and act like somebody was there because she knew Michael was coming after her, which honestly, I don't know how she even knew he was coming off after her. And also, how did she get past him? How did she get past Michael without bumping into him? Because Michael was stalking behind the vending machine. Like, that whole sequence was very weird. But I've always wondered about that whole sequence of events. And number 10. This must have been one of the scenes where John Carpenter was drunk, because it makes zero sense. But I've always wondered, how does Laurie have a dream about visiting Michael when she doesn't even know him? Like, did her parents take her to visit Michael when she was really young and it just got brought up? Like, how does she know kid Michael? Like, she just found out that was her brother literally from Homie earlier. So that whole thing makes no sense to me. I've always wondered that. If anybody has any information on any of these 10 things that I listed, let me know. Comment down below some of your thoughts. What are some things that you guys have always wondered about Halloween 2? And of course, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay spooky and stay safe. Peace.